Hello everybody, I'm Emmy Ale, apparently. My mistake there. NA Productions, but we're going to take that as this is just me. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons now. Oh dear. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Look away, everyone look away. Oh dear me. Oh, and now my computer is frozen. This is wonderful. Just what we need. Oh dear. Hella moment. Oh my goodness me. Hella solo moment. And we're back. Yes, we're back. Okay. My bad. I tried to change my name and that was, you know, just not allowed apparently. Get rid of that. The time to fix that. Anyway, we're in game. We have Budget Shock against the team in red. Give me a moment. I couldn't be less prepared for this. I do apologize, everybody, but we do have a stream, and that is the important thing. Yes, I also need to update the panel on this screen, but it does exist. We do have something I've been playing around with. You might have seen it on the starting scene, but yeah, we do have something a little bit going on, which will be pretty cool once it's all set up and working. Anyways, we're going to be jumping into Nepal, my favorite map in Overwatch at the moment, I have to say. The only thing I am going to do real quick is reduce my max frame rate on Overwatch so that we don't buffer, we don't kill stream with it. But anyway, Nepal is the map. Another apology from me. I broke the scoreboard and I haven't fixed it yet. That's on me. Basically what happened was the server needed an update because the distribution it was running, and this is probably going into way too much detail, but basically the server needed an update, which meant that I need to reinstall everything. I think I managed to get SM Penguin working again, but the scoreboard not actually working just yet. Anyways, Imperial Breath is the other team. There we go. I remembered. Oh dear, let go of the control pin. Anyways, we do have Budget Shock in the blue, and we're gonna have Imperial Breath in the red, just to keep you updated there. It's gonna be Brawl versus a lot of spam poke here, but that being said, that was a lot of poke damage coming through onto Lanao on this left hand side. I have to back all the way up. We're going to try and get some poke damage in here, but this Brawl composition is going to be able to push right up onto them, and they're really split up here now fighting shot. They need to get themselves together, and Lanao is in big trouble and actually gets taken down there by the Sojin, and now they're going to just rush in over the top. Fusion Finn gets taken out of the fight by Allens, and it's going to be a nice follow-up from Imperial Breath. Really well played by them. It's going to be very hard to get this poke composition in now with the Brawl getting up close and personal. We have to poke very slow, very low corners here, wait for the Sojin and the Ashe to get the value they need, but there is the back window, and they're just going to press W all the way to spawn door by the looks of things. And it is going to be another pick, this time by Nealura. My mistake. But there we go. Coming in now, Fusion Finn getting a lot of value from this Zenyatta on this off angles, getting a lot of damage in on this left-hand side. Keeping the team alive here, but again, this is where the poke is going to be in trouble. They do manage to stay together a little bit better this time, but it's going to be to no avail. Sun on the Rhine just coming in with a blaze of glory, taking down Fusion Finn and leading them to retreat yet again. And Budget Shock, they need to find an entry at the moment. They're just not finding it here. They've got 4 ultimates on the board here. Only Bob missing. There's the shatter coming in from Sun though. I don't find anything, and there's a beautiful flux coming in by Lanao. Can they follow up? They can. They take down Sun, and at the meantime, this rush composition is going to really struggle to get through. They are going to get the window down, and that is going to help them spam some damage through the choke point. And we drop again. I apologize. This is my computer, not the internet. But yes, Lanao and the rest of Budget Shock are going to clean things up and get through in onto point. Fusion Finn with the Transcendence, and they've also got Overclock as well here. Gonna take a long rotation here with the Brawl composition. It's not something you expect to see, and there comes the window coming in from Fab, trying to keep things alive here, and actually does a great job of dealing with that push. Support coming in as well. Lanao and Sojin of Gasic getting in nice and close. But it's not going to get them too much time here. They have got 40% on the board here. They still have the trans going into the next fight. They have the flux coming in online as well. And we saw how powerful that was last time, and now I was able to get that off. But it is going to be the Death Blossom coming in that they need to be aware of and ready to trans this up. There comes the flux coming in. It's not going to get too much. It's going to get the Baptiste of Coin, but Coin is able to survive here thanks in no part to Sun getting a beautiful pin onto Lanao, and actually does keep them alive. Meanwhile, all this is going on. Sojin picks left, right and centre from both teams here. Both teams down as support, and they're going to be struggling to sort of make headway. But all this time, Budget Shock are the ones in control of the point. They're the ones holding the ground, and they're going to have time. But Nerulia is going to be the one to get that first pick in. But Swift follows up quickly, taking down Sun. And I'd rather lose my DPS than my main tank in a situation like this. And this is exactly what you expect to see. They're going to come straight in here. Budget Shop. They're going to get a couple of picks. The window is used coming in by Coin, but no one's able to touch the point. Arcane just unable, just millimeters away from making that touch.
These phenomena bear further investigation.
Yes, the scoreboard will be fixed by the weekend. Don't you worry. I was planning on getting it fixed this evening, but then decided that I would just prod instead. It shouldn't take too long to fix, to be honest. I think I just need to reconfigure all the routes and so on. But yeah, scoreboard shouldn't take too long to fix. We're on the up and up. We are on the up and up. We got we're starting to get these famous last ones. Probably famous last ones. No, the scoreboard will be fine. It'll be fine. You'll be pleased to know I actually made a copy of the previous scoreboard, the one that was working before I updated the server. So all I have to do is move the files back across and turn it on, or at least that's the hope. But we'll soon find out. We got Finn on Kiriko, absolutely. Here we go. We love to see it. Teams are going to be fighting and brawling out on point here. Both going for the Zarya brawl composition here. Reaper, absolutely prevalent in the meta at the moment. Absolute insane value. And there you go, Swift showing us exactly what we mean by insane value. Just able to cut through and just obliterate the team of Breath. Breath took their last breath in that fight. We have exactly the same compositions here from both. We got Lucio and the Kiriko from both sides. Finn coming in on the Kiriko. We all know how deadly Fusion Finn can be on this hero. And there you go. And that is the beauty of Reaper, just be able to get in close and be able to disengage. Beautifully done by Swift, but this is a nice bit of high ground control coming in. And they're going to get the Sojin, going to get a lot of value from up here, charge up these railgun shots. But they're going to come in close and personal now. But Sojin, Nearula gets taken down out of the fight, but Sun's able to flip things over, taking down Lanao. And as I said before, I'd rather lose my DPS than my tank, but it doesn't matter. The trades come in, and only Lanao gets taken down in that fight, and they were able to win without their without their tank. I say main tank; they only have one tank these days. But Swift is swiftly charging that ultimate, and already with that Death Blossom is looking to find an off angle here, trying to get in close and personal. Let it rip, as they say. But you know, the Gonna be aware of it. You are gonna be here aware of it, Breath. Down comes the Kitsune rushes from both teams coming out. There's a beat comes down as well to defend the Kitsune rush. And there is the Death Blossom coming through. He's going to take down 3. And with a hit onto Allen's right at the end there, going to finish things up. And nearly get the 5k, but Gasic's going to take that honor away. And that's going to be a clean 100-0 for Budget Shock in this second point of Nepal. Obviously, those of you that are new on the channel, we do stream scrims. We will be going through to the 3rd map in this scrim. And this is all about, streaming the scrims is all about A, making sure that you've got enough content to keep you entertained throughout the week. And B, gives us a chance to train our new casters and our new producers. If that could be you, if you're interested in joining the team, getting used to the production, observing, learning how to observe, you won't be taking lessons from me, don't worry, and production, then absolutely make sure you head on over, you give our production manager SpaghettiOs a message, and they'll get you set up with they'll either point you in the right direction of the person who's allocated time to train you, or they will help you out on the journey themselves. And they've been a vital part of A51 as well. Huge shout out to SpaghettiOs for that. And the other thing worth mentioning as well, you might have seen the new command in chat. I'm sure General Huber will grace us with a demonstration in just a moment of the exclamation mark tournament. That's right, we've got a tournament next weekend, $100 prize pool on the line. And I'll tell you what else is on the line here, and that is Arcane's Live getting caught out. They were really playing aggressive there. The rest of the team did not go with them, and they were hung out to dry. It is going to be a flip though. Alan's able to get a pick in return, so this is going to be a pretty even fight on the point here, and we are going to see the Winston versus Azaria composition here, going for more of a dive style composition. They managed to cap the point. Now they don't need to stay there, but there against the protection Uzu, that is one ability that they're going to need in this fight later on. But they are fighting nevertheless around point, and now they're going to have to find their way through Breath, who's now taking control of the point. And they are going to push them back just enough here, control these corners, but Alan's on the Reaper. It's just going to absolutely melt through these tanks and DPS, and there you go. Swift is the first to fall, and without their Reaper to counteract, it's going to be a walk in the park here for the Breath. Good strong fight from them. They get 33% on the board though for Budget Shock. They are going to find themselves coming in here with a couple of ultimates in the Sound Barrier and the Overclock as well. They're ready to go. They need to be careful, as it is going to be an Kitsune rush coming in soon from Coin to Coin, and then it's going to be an immediate Kitsune rush, and they're going to rush right in, but they're going to rush straight into a Sound Barrier, and they're not going to find any value with that just yet. And they're going to have to regroup here. Budget Shock. But the grab comes through. It's a massive grab. And then there is the Beyblade in the middle. And that is a much better use of ults to clean out that fight and get a decisive victory there. No beat to save them that time. Budget Shock, however, now the ones on the back foot. They are looking good in terms of ultimate economy, though. They are only down the beat here in this next fight. Swift actually getting taken out a couple of times early there. It's actually only 70% to that Death Blossom, but with a quick Kitsune rush here, and the Reaper in the Kitsune rush is, well, a nightmare, as I would say, but for the opposition. But they are going to take control of the ground here and actually back up nicely all the way through. As Coin grabbing hold, some value here, but it's Gasich who gets the first pick on the Sun, and now it is Arcane that's going to get chased down and annihilated there. And it does mean Swift has managed to get that ultimate back up. The Kitsune Rush and the Primal was all they needed to use to cap the point there. And they only need to deal with the Overclock. And they have an Overclock of their own, so they're going to be hunky-dory for Budget Shock in the next fight. Let's see, though, if we have an individual play come through by Nerulia on this overclock to see if they can really make use and turn it around. And so far, it's Gasich that's got the advantage on the overclock, and it's going to be another one from Gasich. 3 with the overclock. Beautiful play by Gasich there. And now they're going to have control of the high ground. Budget Shock taking ownership of this objective, and a clean map win so far, unless anyone can touch. But at the moment, it does not look likely. Not even Lucio's going to get there in time, but yes, we are going to see Arcane making it to the point just in time. Kiriko is now there as well, but now they have no supports left. They have any ultimates left? I don't know. They do have the Kasuni Rush, but it's not going to be enough here. Shock just take the point, and 3 points on the map. Okay, so bear with me a second. Let's see if I can fix the panel live, shall we? Enter. Oh no, we crashed again. We're looking bad. Still looking good. It's okay though, we're not in game. We're not in game. Boom. There you go. We did it. We got the red. It's not animated though. Why is that? I just need a refresh maybe. Oh, we got Gravel coming in to join us. Hello, Gravel.
Hello.
Hello there.
We're like in the middle of already streaming, and it's never really a good idea to just like do it in the middle of something. It's very hard to fix, so it's gonna be a little bit scuffed maybe, but I am here to join you in the cast.
Do you have a
back and
camera?
forth? Technically speaking, I do, but I am
Don't worry,
not
it's not.
taking a shower. Just came out of work. It's like not the best scenario, you know.
No worries, no worries. We'll just stick with this.
Theoretically,
We'll just stick with this sheath now. I don't know what's happened. To be honest, I've broken something. I don't know what I've broken, but I've broken something.
Oh well. As long as you know. As long as you haven't actually broken it, but it's just not working that well, then everything should be all right.
Yeah, I think we're still live.
You are? Oh no! You're definitely still live. I can confirm that for you. That's all good. But I do need to. Yeah, it's looking good.
We're still live. We're stuffed. It's the second name. Oh no! I mean, this isn't A51 scuffed. This is hella scuffed, and there is a difference.
I like how much that sounds like hella scuffed, especially with your accent. Actually, that sounds exactly like hella scuffed.
That is it's hella scuffed. That is it. That is right there. What even is my accent? I don't know. Did you manage to get into game yet?
I am in the game, but I do need an invite to the custom game, and then we're all good. Then the
Did you
scuffs
send
will
me
be over.
a friend request? Did I accept it?
Yeah, I think so. No, I'll whisper you real quick.
All right. Try that.
There we go. You're in the room.
That worked? Are you in the...
Oh my lord. Okay, and now we're gonna pretend like this has all been good all along.
Yeah, yeah. Are you color or play-by-play?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, my color or play-by-play? That was the question?
Yes.
I usually color, but I can try play-by-play if you're a little
No,
bit...
no. That suits me down to the ground. I don't know what the hell's going on. Not gonna lie. I know nothing with this game. I call what happens. I can do that. I can't do the actual smart person.
It's scuffed, it's homemade. Exactly. This is the pure appeal of a small, actual indie, not even company.
Actually, it's funny you say that. Arena 51 Gaming Limited is a registered UK company.
Oh, actually? Oh, damn. Okay, well, the more you know. This is a real... Okay, well, then it is a small indie company. But we are getting out of spawn. Let's see what we have here. Honestly, if you've been following Overwatch League like a little bit, and you've been following the playoffs and stuff like that, then you may have seen this comp before, actually. They like to play this on the map, or on this map in particular. Usually you would see like the Winston, but this map is so open, it's got such good sightlines that people just vouch to just play, you know, Sigma and your double sniper, if we can call Sojourner sniper, Zimbap, and well, both teams kind of like it because we see her in a mirror.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just battling out on this corner, and neither one getting taken down. But it's Allen's that gets the first pick on the Widow duel, but Gasic is going to trade the favor. So both down a player here, but I have to say it's going to be a little bit more unsightly without your Widow.
Yeah, definitely. And this is going to be the way that they play these comps. It's definitely less rushy, less in your face. It's going to be all about taking space very slowly and just getting picks. Just wait for your DPS to pop off, essentially.
Yeah, and here they come through, and it's Lanao with the flux coming in nice and early here, getting it quite quickly, and going to try and capitalize on it, but unable to do so, and actually gets taken down. But Swift and Fusion Finn are just getting heads in the backline there, and that's all you need to turn fights around, and they managed to hold on there, even without their tank.
Yeah, Luno just getting the first ultimate of the whole game, which is, you know, on the Sigma especially, is not something you see every day. But however, because he does need to come back from spawn, it's a little bit of a long walk. If red team are able to push this advantage a little bit, they may be able to take a little bit of space for free and just roll it in a little bit more slowly, get this much space, and just play that corner over there.
Yeah, Imperial Breath, the team in reds, playing very, very well today. Unlucky not to get a point on the previous map, and here they go, pushing this cart around the corner, and they got past that really difficult chokehold, and they're going to be moving up street.
And they're not quite there yet, of course. They still need that last little point, and if Budget Shock get like a little bit of a pick here, they may be in trouble. But it looks like, oh, they're committing. They got a pick. Sigma's back.
Yeah, they're now coming in clutch at the end there, but Allen's on the Widow in the back line, just absolutely taking heads off shoulders. And there's another one.
Oh my.
Just, and another one. Hello,
wait,
Allen's.
Who's this guy? Carpe on a Smurf? Is that him? Real Overwatch League player. Oh, well, never mind. We kind of secured that man really hard. Poor guy. Quick little regroups from both sides. They're just pushing a little bit, trying to get some picks, you know. This can already flip a fight if you get a pick here, especially on these Widow comps. Sights being used though, and both teams are back, so this looks like it's just gonna be back to what we're used to. Sigma shields shooting each other, trying to pick a little bit of space here and there.
Yeah, I mean, sights doesn't last too long, but it just get them a little bit of time to regroup there, as you say. Gasage comes in with the overclock, though, taking down 2, immediately taking out Alans as well in the back line, out sniping the Widow there, and that is huge play from them.
Tomorrow is absolutely massive. I don't really like the commitment of Transcendence in against a Sojourn ult because, you know, well, very clearly you can still get one shot, and Transcendence doesn't really help with that. So a little bit of a shame not being able to utilize that Transcendence for the Graphitic Flux on Luno's side. But they do have a window, they do have overclock themselves, and you know there's not a lot of counterplay to overclock. If you hit your shots, you hit your shots, and it's a bit more Arcane hits the shots, and they already get a quick pick.
Yeah, and they're going to go for the grapple shot over the top. That's very aggressive coming in by Alans, but we've seen the value that they've managed to get so far. But they're going to use this. They're going to use the window. Not something you've seen too often, and they are going to find themselves pushing in though, going up very aggressively here, and Stun on this Sigma getting a very aggressive close hold here. Trans gets used here, but now there's no Trans to defend against this Flux, and there comes in a beautiful block on the rock there, is able to avoid getting through, but Gasich again! My goodness me, what? Gasich, what are you doing?
What's this guy doing? This guy is just like straight up putting his whole ass team on his back and just being like, oh, you know what, guys? If you guys hold the cart, I'll just kill everyone. All right, don't worry about it. And he just slides in, kills 3 like it's nothing. What a lad, what a Chad. Almost no ultimates still on the side of Budget Shock, but also not on the side of, and you're gonna have to help me out again because I show lobby.
Imperial Breath.
Imperial Breath, there we go. No ultimates, only the sightline. So this is probably gonna be, if a team gets a pick here, I would not be surprised to see that team basically winning this round, maybe even.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna push up very close to the cart here, and obviously the payload. Does it still heal in this game? It did in the previous game. But that gives them a little bit of extra sustain while they're on the path, right?
Oh, Flux coming out.
Doesn't even last in the Flux. I mean, just lifting it up to give Swift a clean headshot is the value that you really need. Doesn't need anything else. But they're going to be hard fighting to find a touch here.
Yeah, they didn't go for the regroup, which basically means that even because they are committing these ultimates, okay, well, before I was going to critique it, Coin did get 2 kills, and they are using the trance, and they are pushing up very far, so this might actually be a cap, just purely thanks to the play of the supports, just keeping each other alive, using that. But, you know, Budget Shock not ready to give this one up, not quite yet.
Now coming
using
in
the Transcendence, coming back out on the Diva. But as time goes on,
who wins this fight? Is it gonna? No, that's Coin again.
This is such a silly, chaotic little fight going on, but there we go. Imperial Breath do manage to take it. They did have to use basically all of their ultimates. They're coming up on Flux though, but on the other side, Budget Shock also basically just completely threw their ult economy out the window. 0 versus 0. Well, okay, Nelly has got a pulse bomb, but for the rest, there's no ultimates on either side. So that means if Sun gets his Graphitic Flux up, this can be an instant fight win for Imperial Breath.
Yeah, and they're gonna have these sight lines on this right hand side as well. Traitor coming in actually. Interesting to see if they're gonna stick with that Tracer for a long time or whether it was just for touches. But they seem to be sticking with it.
Yeah, they are sticking to it. I honestly, especially on this point, actually, I kind of like it because your sightlines are a little bit limited, so you don't have to play the double sniper all that much. You can still get value off of the Tracer. So especially if you have the pulse bomb, that's a pretty good one. Sun does need to use this ultimate though because he is going to lose the ultimate advantage, and that is a massive Flux.
Big Rock comes in, but it's too late to save his comrades from the Flux here. And actually, the Flux is actually going to be a smart use from Leno there. Actually lifting them above the window, unable to use it just for a period. They're not going to find any picks out of that, but save themselves a bit of damage. But Swift instead just picking heads. Gasich as well.
My lordy. Yeah, not gonna lie. I did not really expect that, but you could have seen it coming, honestly. The big ultimates coming up. Gossage just basically every time he's at the overclock, he's just won the fight for them. And even though it was not looking too positive on the side of Budget Shock, Gossage was still like, you know what? It was fun playing with y'all, but now I'm going to win this round for my team. And that's exactly what he did, with the help of Swift, of course. So big props to them. But honestly, if you look at Imperial Breath, if you look at the beginning of their map and see how it was going, and especially that second point, that's a pretty good push on their end. And it's very, very winnable, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to give credit to their support line, Coin and Arcane, just able to take control of the cart and just turn that final fight on second in their favor and actually get that cap in. Just the two of them. Unbelievable support play from them.
Yeah, Arcane has been playing really, really well this map. He keeps getting the picks that the team needs, and apparently they are playing the piano. Okay, impressive, very nice. No, the Zenyatta on the side of Budget Imperial Breath is actually playing extremely well. He's been getting picks left, right, and center this whole map. And honestly, if I do see them winning this map, I am planning on seeing Arcane pick just completely destroying the opposition just a little bit more. He's playing really, really well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Are we down? What's going on? What's that? Oh.
Oh, no. Somebody pulled a Lastro in chat. I just thought it was a little bit funny. They are sticking on the same comp, however. They are doing the exact same thing. Honestly, I wouldn't hate to see Imperial Breath try something else, because they did push it in eventually, but that is basically based off of heroics that will not work on the defense, because if they lose people like that, they'll just get run over. So I wouldn't have minded to see, you know, them swapping it up a little bit, but at the end of the day, this is Scrim, and it's not all about winning, it's about getting better. So I'm not entirely surprised. But Shock Harper starting their attack, nice and slow.
Oh, the Widow's parading blows there. Allen's barely keeping their head there. Gasich, though, is going to take the head clean off Arcane and Sun. And they're going to be well positioned to get this high ground control. And once you've got that high ground control, you can get this cart around this corner.
Yeah, and especially these staggers are not helping out for Imperial Breath. I guess it's just killing everyone. Oh, he's such a nutcase. Yeah, no, as you can see, just getting this around the corner and already getting the picks. Keep getting the picks. Gasage is just already playing second point and getting picks and playing like a mad lad. Yeah, this is
What?
what do you say in situations like this? Yeah.
Gasich is playing.
Kills everyone.
Gasich! What are you doing?
This guy doesn't stop doing it. Oh, okay. Luno just gotta have to stop his little reign of terror over there, but no. Right back to the picks. Okay, we are witnessing a different game right now. What is going on? Proper Overwatch? What are you doing, my guy? What are you doing in our Arena 51 stream? What's going on? What the hell? This guy just got like, I didn't count, but I would not be surprised if he got like a 9k there.
Holy God. What the heck?
Oh, what a man. Okay. Anyway, he's got the overclock, so I am not feeling very good for Imperial Breath right now. Early window, however. Let's see what they do with us.
Oh, Gasich gets taken down, this time by Neil Ura.
Flex and response.
Not
But
gonna be
does
enough, though.
not do much, no.
The aggression comes in, actually, and they might have to be able to take... If they're taking down Gasich, without Gasich, I think this is a fight-win possibility here. And there you go, Sun with a beautiful 3k, 4k? Question mark?
4K?
No, Arcane.
No.
Arcane takes it
Arcane
away.
steals it. What a man. However, he still got overclock. Nelly, the other Sojourn, on the other side, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. He's coming. Oh, nice shot coming through by Lance, but he's just coming up on his overclock. It's looking about equal. However, Budget Shock did have to use their flux last fight just to basically sustain, maybe try to get Gossage back. However, that does mean that that Finn's basically got a free Transcendence here because he doesn't have to worry about the flux. So we'll see how this goes for on the side of Budget Shock.
There comes the trans in from Fusion Pin, denying the flux here from Sun, but as you say, there's a free trans on the opposite side by Arcane. Are they going to need to use it? I mean, if Gassage is going to clean up like this, they might have used it. Oh no! Just to keep the Zen alive. But as you say, there's not a lot you can do with against an overclock.
No, at a certain moment, you just kind of have to throw in the towel. If a man like Gossage is on fire and he's hitting his shots, there's just not a lot you can do. Then your whole game plan basically devolves to let's not peek it, and then if that doesn't quite work, then well, that's kind of what happens. You just massively die.
And they're gonna have to fight on this high ground. They actually got a good control of it now. The breath here, and Sun actually gonna get a pick early on, taking down Swift. Not something you expect to see your tank taking down your Widow, but there you go. That's what's happened. And Lanao is going to return the favour, taking down Coin, and that is a big part of the healing line. And without the BAP, there's only the Zen for heals, but it's Neil that gets the one up on Gassage just there, and going to flip things over nicely.
A lot of ultimates committed on both sides, actually. An overclock to kind of clean up, which is not quite what I would use it for, but that's fine. And there was a flux in response, which didn't quite work out, and Alans gets a pick on Gassage. That's unfortunate. A little bit of it's devolved into a teeny tiny bit of chaos here, but that's fine. That's what we like to see. It's basically what you expect with like these sort of very pick-heavy comps anyway. It's very easy to just completely devolve into utter chaos, where you just either team gets a pick just like that, and yeah. Nelly does manage to get 2 on in this fight, and that is Budget Shock just coming back. What I would like to see, however, is just like a really quick reset on either side here, just well, basically get that momentum back a little bit.
Yeah, as you say, it's been a bit one way then the other, but this is the kind of stabilization that we wanted to see coming in from the breath against this strong opposition of Budget Shock. After those first 2 points, Gassage just cleaning heads off shoulders. But we're going forward now. This third point more enclosed. Gassage can't get the freedom that they wanted, and just struggling a bit.
They are struggling a little bit. I would not be completely surprised if they don't run this, like if Budget Shock don't run this comp for the entire 2 minutes 11 seconds that they still have left. Purely because this point does allow for a little bit more aggressive non-picky play. However, so far throughout the entire map, up until like the last minute or so, and we're back, Budget Shock have been able to, I would say, outclass Imperial Breath in this team composition, in this mirror. So I would not be surprised to see this go either way. However, Imperial Breath is getting a little bit more, well, they're getting their confidence. They're playing a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, Gas potentially got one from the grave there, but they're going to be able to push in quite aggressively now, the Shock, and actually going to take control of this high ground, which is what they want. Now they've managed to get themselves pushed forward here. Fusion Pin needs to be careful off the flanks, and Alan's is very careful of where Swift is and actually capitalizing that knowledge by taking their head off the shoulders.
Yeah, really nice play by Alan so far. This, especially on this point, he's been getting pick after pick after pick. However, Budget Shock are doing it. Okay, I wanted to say something way different, but like I said before, it's a little bit chaotic so far, this map, with these team composition. They are driven back, however, after using their BAP window, and it's looking a lot more equal across the board right now. However, Imperial Breath does have a slight advantage in over Budget Shock in terms of ultimates. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially with Gas Station with this overclock. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It could go either way.
Swift gets the first pick in the fight, Fabs. Taking down the most field, and now they're going to push in quite aggressively from this back line here. Both fluxes have been used, and neither have really found a value just yet. Gassage, though, with the overclock, is trying to find the off angles, unable to do it at the moment, though, and just unable to find a pick, and actually ends up backing out, forced out by this Baptiste on the left-hand side, and it's a very close fight. Fusion Finn, though, the Zenyatta play, coming strong, taking down Sun and the Sojourn of Nerula coming in there, and now Gas is just going to hold the spawn doors, and Budget Shock are going to complete the map, and therefore get that double.
Very well played at the end there. They basically didn't go too aggressive. They stopped peeking the Widow. They basically stopped peeking their greatest threats, essentially. Played a little bit more careful and just bursted down that Sigma, so he couldn't really protect his team after all of that. And then, well, you see what happens. Finn just gets 2 with the Zenyatta. He just starts spamming away. And that's basically what this team is, what this comp is really good at. Just that spam that you just keep throwing out with the threat of 2 monsters who just basically can get picks at any time. Well, not quite, because Sojourn needs to, load up her right click, but whatever. And they really, I actually think they both teams played that really well, and I'm really interested to see what they will do on Midtown, purely because you can actually get away with a little bit more of a pick and poke heavy comp. So it'll be interesting to see what they go and what they play here.
Have we lost this? Have we lost everything now? Oh no. Yeah, we've broken it. What have I done? Have I broken it? I've broken it.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I haven't broken it. Oh no.
No, it looks fine. No, it looks fine.
The animation's not working. I don't know why.
Oh.
Ay.
This was the problem all along.
The animation's not working. We'll fix it some other day. I'm gonna be right back.
I have broken
screen.
everything.
Yeah.
Also, Heller, the animation is not working. Okay.
Well, when I tried to fix the animation, it went black.
Okay, fair enough. That is a little bit scary.
So when I tried to fix the animation and just break it some more, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a hella good background you got there.
Well, no, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's not animated, but worst case scenario, we can also always get back to the game and just deal with it that way. Overwatch will never fail to be animated. It will always be animated.
Well, actually, you say that, but my PC crashed.
Wait, knock on wood, real quick.
Wait a minute.
You never know. You never know.
I do that. And then do that. We should have a fixed scoreboard, a fixed background. Should. Of course. I've been wrong before. It's just not. It's just not running anymore. It's just given up. It's just like that. What happens if I do that?
Given up?
Does that work? Does that do it better? Question. Why is it broken?
Now I don't know what you're talking about. Can we get? Wait a minute.
We're not in the game yet. I'm keeping an eye on it. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Yeah,
no,
it's just more of the animation. That's okay. All good.
It's not loading. It's odd. Like when you go in the preview, it's animating, but then like when you look at it and it's not, I'm like, why? We're in a pause anyway, so I was just ahead of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, pump it out real quick.
I
I'm
was-
going to use this pause. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this pause to get something to drink because that's what I really wanted to do. So give me 1 second and we'll make the most out of this pause by getting me something to drink on the water spectrum, not on the alcohol. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll be back in a second.
No one's redeemed a drink, I'm afraid, so you have to wait. No, jokes. Go get a drink. We already got a DC anyways. How's everyone's evening going? I'm baffled to why this is not animated, but there we go. Just imagine it's animated. Just imagine the things moving across the screen really prettily. Wait, there's one more thing I can try. And that is to change the color. Did that work? Oh wait, I think we got the new color. We've gone for, obviously we've had to go for budget shock orange, but yeah, apparently it's just not doing it. What? I just went into studio mode and it's like decided to work. Why? Right, okay. It's decided to work in studio mode. I guess we're just... Oh, but... Yeah, I turn studio mode off and it stops working. Can someone explain OBS to me, because I'm lost. I don't get it. Yeah. Now it works. What? What? Let me try doing that and then doing that. No. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I've got no words. Legitimately have no words. Found a bug with OBS. Make a... I don't know, is it better to go for the color of the team that's scrimming, or is it better to go for like a reward, like the viewpoints to change the color? Because you could do either. Gastish, absolutely, you absolutely cleaned up second point. Unbelievable. I don't know what was going on there. Crazy. We're going to go down to Midtown in our next map. We're just waiting on the players and the teams to get readied up. We had a little bit of a DC from Niru.
Oh my god, it's animated.
Yeah,
I come back and it's fixed. Oh my.
Do you know the fix? Have it in studio mode.
I don't actually know OBS, so.
So basically means I've got a program and a non-program. But anyway,
we are starting as well. Oh my, what a timing.
There we are.
So as I said before, you know, you can actually get away with the Pokemon and budget Shock actually felt apparently somewhat comfortable to just bust it out again. But however, now they are playing against the Rush, Going for a long rotation here on the side of Imperial Breath, and we'll see which team perseveres in outplaying the other.
Yeah, I do think this spam composition is going to have an advantage from this high ground, but they are going to try and rotate around. But this Ashe has now got so much like free reign to just get loads of damage in from this high ground, and they're just going to wait on cooldowns here and then jump in, I believe.
Yeah, with all due respect to Imperial Breath, but they are definitely not playing this very, very well. And they are doing this very, very well, where they just basically walk towards the other team, which is what they should have been doing this whole time. However, since they had to come from the other high ground and all the way from point and also waste a little bit of time, they just kind of got rolled in the mid-rotation and they got split up. However, they are playing this fairly well. They did get 1, even 2 ticks. They do have the respawns.
Yeah, they're going to lose it out though in the end. I think 2 spread out in the end, but the fact they got 2 ticks. No, they
Actually,
what? Did they just not touch? Like, what's going on?
well, in all fairness, they don't really have a very good team to touch or contest the point as of currently. However, I do need to say this was not very, this is not very well played and very chaotic from both teams. If you know, if Imperial Breath just takes these fights very, you know, like close up, you just try to close the distance with as little sight lines between them as possible, as they are sort of doing right now, then they will be more than fine. So I trust they try to do this, and then what Budget Shock will do is they will just keep rotating and playing far away, because that's where their comp is at its best. So we'll see how they play this. Transcendence used. Luno just completely, oh my lord. Luno with a massive flux.
Absolutely huge flux that. I can't believe I've not seen that before. Yeah, a massive flux like that.
Oh, yeah, very big. Not just Overwatch 1 at least. Just get 4 people, you know, just casual. He just does it like that. They did have to use the Transcendence. Well, they did decide to use the Transcendence, so not a lot of defensive ultimates on the side of Budget Shock right now. So we'll see how they play this with, well, basically the window, the bomb, and the overclock. That's what that ultimate is used. Imperial Breath, however, do have the Grav. There is no Transcendence on the other team. So if the Grav is big enough and the team can follow up, this may actually already be over. We'll have to wait and see how they're going to approach this.
Oh, they're going to go grab early. They're going to grab early and they're going to push in and they're going to take down the emo field, but that is about it. Both emo fields doing their job there, saving their teams, but who comes in next? What happens next? Well, let's wait for that sequel. So far, we've been waiting for a while for that sequel, but here comes the rush coming in, but they've already lost one. And that is the Baptiste lost. And without the Baptiste, what do they have? Well, nothing, it seems.
No, not really. Sun's still a little bit scared to take this fight close to the other team, which is not exactly what you want to see. You don't really want to spam on this Zarya. You just kind of want to beam down the enemy team as best as you can. If we are going to take some positives away for Imperial Breath, however, they did manage to push the payload quite a bit, which is very, very good. And they've got 3 ultimates right now, which is also, well, that's unfortunate. But they do have the Overclock and the Beat and the Beyblade Death Blossom on the Reaper side. So they are able to just basically, if they get in close and they use the speed boost efficiently, they can win this still pretty handily. But we'll have to wait to see. We'll have to wait to see how they manage to play this side.
I don't get this. I don't get this. I don't get this. Why does the scoreboard only work when I've got the preview scene, the same scene?
Wait. I don't know much about OBS, but what I do know is that if you do want to, you can't share your screen, can you? Okay, we're doing like live tech support right here. This is all on a new level.
Oh, I can.
Okay,
I can
we do
share
it in
my,
2 seconds.
I
This
can
is
share.
massive.
I can share.
No, all good, all good. Can you try, because I don't really know how it's working right now, but if you have your main scene, right? So the Overwatch, is it above your scoreboard or is it below your scoreboard? Because it should be below your scoreboard. I don't know if that fixes anything.
Overwatch isn't on that scene. It's on a different scene.
Okay, is the scene above or below? Okay, actually, fuck it. We'll fix it after. We'll fix it after.
We're in game. We're in game. We're I don't know what's going on, but there we go. Oh, that's a big left bottom.
Ooh,
eaten up mostly though. Still manages to find Gasitch though. And without Gasitch, I don't know what they're gonna do. They're running away straight away. They lose Gasitch, they're out. They're not fighting that without Gasitch.
Yeah, sadly, Imperial Breath not able to basically push this advantage and let them regroup in their spawn. So they do, Budget Shock do get one more fight in here. So we'll have to wait and see what they do. Big Flux coming through. Oh, big kill onto Alon's. Trans comes out.
Oh! Oh no! Over the top and get in the head there with Nirula there. Like, noticed Gasitch coming over the top and just clean their head off. Unbelievable.
Yeah, very well played here by Budget Shock. Very well played. They go for that slow, you know, just play it out slow. There's no rush. We go back into their spawn and we can hold it at the very last moment, and they did that so well. However, on the side of Imperial Breath right now, they've got Grav, they've got a window against the sole window of Budget Shock, so they have a very good chance of winning, or at least capping this part of the point if they use their Grav correctly.
Now they use the window first on the high ground, trying to create space, but I know now they got a Grav still left. There's the window coming through, but Nirula actually finds a pick on the background. There's the Grav coming in from behind. That is a beautiful Grav coming in. Bob comes in, does actually go too far to touch the point though, and that is not what you want.
We call those brave Bobs in our culture. Bobs that, you know, you tried, but not quite the most useful thing you could have thrown out there. However, does seem like Budget Shock wants to go for a little bit of a different composition here, going for the, well, what some would describe as the meta comp.
Yeah, and they're going to be have that Winston as well, which is going to give them a little bit more mobility and a bit more peel and a bit more high ground presence as well than this rush style with the Zarya underneath. But it is Gasitch versus Nirula that is an interesting battle going on, and at the moment it is Nirula that's getting the best of the Gasitch in this game so far. The mentality field though had to come out to keep them alive.
Oh, wow. Large kills coming through on the side of Imperial Breath, however, not though. No, they are moving the payload now. And this is actually a really interesting matchup to see, because on one hand, you've got the more anchor sort of rush comp, where you've got the BAP and the Zarya. And on the other hand, you have this, well, basically somewhat more divey rush comp. And it is actually way easier to execute the more anchor-based rush comp on the side of Imperial Breath. So Budget Shock really needs to, you know, use their big brain, play this correctly, play this well in order to get an advantage here.
Yeah, and they're going to get the Death Blossom online very soon, and well, that Death Blossom could be quite catastrophic here, but you know, the Wraith managed to keep Swift alive just long enough here, but it's not enough. Trading blows both ways as Gasset gets taken down as well. There is a primal monkey going around, but unable to find any picks directly off the back of that, and you know, going to take down Arcane actually, and that's a huge pick coming in, and it is going to be just the Allen's on point there, and it's not going to last very long. It's a solo Reaper.
Good push coming through. Good push coming through. But Luno really, he played that really, really well in the Winston. Basically just playing exactly how he should. jumping out whenever he needs to get low, you know, not overcommitting on this, which is something that the Zarya comp does not really excel at, right? Because every time you go in, you can't just leap out, right? You don't have the jump ability. You only have the leg ability. You can only walk, essentially. You can rock jump, I guess, but that's not really very practical. So with like sort of this ebb and flow, well, they basically played this picture perfect. Well, not quite picture perfect. They lost 2 people, but Leno really doing exactly what he needed to do on this Winston, creating space and giving away space instead of giving away his life, just basically to keep the fight going as long as possible, which I think was yeah, very impressive on the side of Budget Shock. Very well played by them.
Yeah, it was a really, really good, strong performance. And they needed it as well because Breath were playing very, very strong up to that point. After they capped second, they were taking that car all the way to the end, sort of uncontested, and it was those switches that really made that final bit of difference. Anyway, let's see what they do when the roles are reversed and their strategy. It does that we're gonna see a bit more of what we saw on Circuit Royale.
It does seem that way. The Budget Shock really playing into this more pick-heavy comp. However, they are sort of playing whatever right now, so maybe that's not actually what they pick. If, however, Imperial Breath are going to play this sort of anchor rush comp, what I would like to see is instead of a Zarya, I would like to see a Winston with the Kiriko. And that is purely because not necessarily Winston has a lot of synergy with Kiriko. It's more that that Zarya has a lot of synergy with Baptiste, which you don't get with Kiriko. And at that point, it's just better to play the Winston, even though it's like a little bit more difficult. It's definitely more easy to keep the Zarya alive and just basically enable her to, well, eliminate the other team. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage to play this. But actually, it's a mirror comp, so that's really interesting to see. We'll have to see how they play this then. Big mirror coming through.
Yeah, and it's going to be instantly getting in and close and personal with each other on this front line with both Zaryas already on high charge, beaming down each other, and they just keep poking around the corner, getting a little space, but Nerulia is going to be the one that takes the first shot and taking down Swift, and that's going to be a swift retreat.
Nice, good one. Could not resist. Yes, very good. Swift retreat. No ultimates used. It's just basically, you know, get that ebb and flow going. If they get a pick, let's just not overcommit. We have time. We can do whatever we want. And ooh, another pick coming through on the side of Imperial Breath. Really playing this well, but oh, counter pick coming in from Fusion Finn. Very nice on that Kiriko.
Yeah, and that's going to give them a chance to really sort of push in here and get these right clicks in from Leno, and they're going to push on to the point here. Kiriko in trouble. Has to use a protection Uzu and teleports away. Here comes in the Kasumi Rush, but Konkon gets taken down, and they're not going to get the best benefit from that now. And the Kasumi Rush on the flip side from Budget Shock is just going to be better. They find more value out of it, they get the picks, and that is the point in their control.
That was a really good Kitsune Rush by Finn. Yeah, when we have another pause. It's a really good Kitsune Rush by Finn, and you can already see the difference. And well, now that we have the pause, we can actually display the difference a little bit. Okay, high ping. Okay, very good. When Coin uses Kitsune Rush, what Budget's Shock were able to do was just back off slowly into the door where the Kitsune Rush does not reach. And then what Finn can do after that is when their Kitsune Rush was sort of ending, he plays his own Kitsune Rush, and it was right in the middle of the point, and there's nowhere for the defenders to go, basically, to just hide from this Kitsune Rush. So they are just... well, they're screwed. They just get absolutely blasted by everything that Budget Spitfire have, and that's, well, it was very apparent. They just get that very easy, very quick team wipe on the side of Budget Shock, so very well played by them. Power, Imperial Breath. Does have a couple of ultimates, so we'll have to see how they hold this.
Yeah, a couple of ultimates on board for both teams, actually. They're both going to have those overclocks. Both going to have grab. Both probably going to have beat. It's going to be a pretty even fight.
There. Yeah, he missed a little bit, when he got picked earlier, but he will catch up, and we'll have to see how this goes. It might be some classic Overwatch 1, just a little bit of a, big old sensory overload, big ultimates on both sides. We'll have to see how they use these. Or actually, they're just firing it off straight away.
Yeah, they're going to go in very fast, and it's the overclock to find first blood. Swift taken down by Nerulia from Imperial Breath, and it's going to be a follow-up kill as well. And more importantly, that door has now shut, and they're going to have good control of these choke points now.
And very crucially, only 2 ultimates used on the side of Imperial Breath. Well, I mean, same on the side of Budget Shock, but they did have to fire out the grab here, so a little bit of an advantage coming through on the side of Imperial Breath there.
Yeah, managed to survive out that grab and actually getting tons of value out of it. Even though they were grabbed up, they're just cleaning through. It's only the supports left on cart here, and they're not going to be lasting too long. Arcane, the last one left, holding out, doing a great job holding it out, just stalling that cart out for as long as possible.
Yeah, it was all thanks to that quick little pick on the side of coming through for Luna, basically beaming this down. And this is what I meant when I said that the Kiriko doesn't actually synergize that well with Zarya. The Zarya, especially in this scenario, does not really provide you a lot of, protection. And there's not a lot of burst healing. Well, there is quite a bit of burst healing, but it's not quite as instant than when you play a BAP here. So you are basically able to get like these sort of picks for free, and if that's a mass...
It's a blossom. They were ready for it, but they did manage to use it to split up the Zarya, and with Sun taken down, there's very little point control that they're going to be able to have here.
Yeah, very quick fight win. Very well played by Budget Shock. Not quite able to get everyone with the Death Blossom, but able to basically, rally up afterwards and just get the picks that they needed.
Yeah, they're going to take second point here as well. They're going to be on their way to third with 3 minutes 43 on the clock, so plenty of time as well to get this going. They've got a Kasuni rush ready to go, but Coin going to be matching that on the side of Imperial Breath.
Yeah, and I do expect to see them opening up with these Kitsune rushes. Alans, however, does have the Death Blossom. I don't know if you've ever seen a Kitsune rush with a Death Blossom, but that is a very spicy combination.
Well, we just saw it, and they actually managed to survive all of it, and Gaffage on the overclock coming in clutch here. 2 more picks, and that's a full team kill here from Budget Shock. Not what we expected.
I jinxed it, didn't I? I just completely jinxed it. Well, if it works, it's massive, all right? Trust me, if it works, it's massive. However, it didn't quite work out. Again, Budget Spitfire able to basically kite this Kitsune rush and bring out a better one of their own. Really well played again. Just shades of first point coming through.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play this careful. They're gonna play sightlines here, but they need to be careful of these rail guns. But they have managed to avoid all of them so far. They're gonna making their aggression now back on to the point. They're very good at disengaging and re-engaging. Are the Shock much better than last time we saw them on stream? But speaking of screaming, that is a lot of damage coming through, and Leno is going to be screaming to get out of there, but not able to, even with the beat.
Yeah, sadly the beat just came in just a little bit late. Maybe Fab thought that, the Zuzu might be able to help their Zarya a little bit more, which is unfortunate, because you kind of waste the beat here. You don't get a lot of value from it. You just well, basically you don't stagger. That's the biggest value you get. It's not really what you want to get from a big ultimate like Beat.
There comes another Death Blossom coming through, taking down Arcane this time around, and there's no beat, but there is a Kasuni Rush, and Allens is able to return the favor, but only temporarily. The advantage was balanced, but advantage back in Budget Shock's hands. They have the Kasuni Rush still online here, being the second to use the Kasuni Rush. They are just getting more value from it by doing it that way, and yet another fight win that they're going to get, and they're going to take the map here, and they are probably going to get the completion as well.
Wow, with 1 minute on the clock as well, is not that's a pretty good time bank actually. Very well played by Budget Shock. Really, like you said before, really able to see how the engage and the disengage basically just saved them a lot. There was not a lot of staggering coming out through from on the side of Budget Spitfire, Budget Shock. Sorry, we have 2 budget teams. Right, it's hard to remember sometimes. Coming through on the side of Budget Shock. Really playing really well on there. Able to kite those Kitsune rushes as well, which is just massive because that ultimate is so good if you get a good one off. But we're getting right into the next map.
Yeah, and I believe it's 3-0 in the series. Budget Shock won the first map, and then you joined me from them.
Wow. Well played by them. They are. I wouldn't actually say that they're actually playing this. This is fairly close scrim still, even though the score may not show that necessarily. Yes, Budget Shock is playing better. You know, they it's not like the matches are that crazy stupid close, but it's not really a stomp either. You know, I think that if Imperial Breath just make a couple of changes, you know, they get their disengage in a little bit better, they're more decisive with their fight planning, I think they can actually basically come back from this from the slump that they are in, and able to return to favor on this map and try to make this a 3-1 instead of a 4-0.
Yeah, I do believe in Imperial Breath. I think they've got the ability to win a map today.
Definitely. Definitely.
How they're going to do that, I don't know. At the moment, they're just messing about in spawn. We don't know what they'll actually be playing at the moment, but we'll soon find out, I'm sure, as they do make their final picks coming through. And again, this is another map where the spectator cam won't go through the doors of spawn.
Oh, you poor soul.
I know, like,
oh, no.
You spec someone and then you can't get out again, like.
Oh,
It's only the new maps. It's only the new maps, and not all of the new maps either. Some of the new maps, it's fine. I don't
Is
get
it only
it.
the push maps, or?
Nope. Some of the push maps work as well. Crazy.
This is a little bit crazy, isn't it?
It doesn't work on Royale. Circuit Royale. Anyway, I changed scene, and then they immediately unpaused again. So that's embarrassing, but oh well. Budget Shock like to do that though. They like to embarrass me like this.
They do like to do a little bit of trolling.
Yeah.
However, with a little bit of a last minute join, may actually need to come like a mid-map leave on my part, because I do have other plans. It was sort of like a last minute thing. Usually it is not this scuffed, but I may actually need to go mid-map here, which is kind of unfortunate, but we will try as best as we can for this part of the map.
Depends how much of a roll it is one way or the other. If it's pretty even.
Technically speaking, it is possible to clear this map in 8 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, it is fairly possible. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt and say that it is possible. However, there is a chance that there will be no more gravel, no more voice.
Oh no more voice of wisdom in our heads. Only chaos.
Oh no, only chaos. Only hella chaos.
I'd say what we got chaos already, and that is Alan's cleaning heads already taking a lot of health out of the Winston of Leno there. They're going to push in though, and neither team losing any money just yet. Aggression coming in, and there is the dive on the back line, but again, just going to find shotguns in the body from both teams. It's Fab The Lucio of all people that gets that first crucial pick in the fight. And now the robot is actually going to start moving towards Imperial Breath's barrier and get that barrier moving. They now have the lead, Imperial Breath.
Actually really well played on the side of Imperial Breath. If I do see them win anything, I actually see them winning it on this comp. Even though it's like a little bit suboptimal and I would like to see Coin on the Baptiste. Kiriko is a very good character, so I'm never really gonna complain about this. But Budget Shock really playing their strength with the engage, disengage, you know, slightly more pokey side. And you know, the Imperial Breath basically playing to their strength in order to, well, play this. Whoa, Zarya.
Yeah, that's huge, that grab.
Oh, that's actually a very quick grab. That really caught me off guard. Sun right now really putting in the team on his back, being the anchor that the team needs in order to win this first map. And they're actually coming already mighty close to the checkpoint.
Yeah, they're going to cap this checkpoint with ease here. I don't think anyone's touching. No, they are going to jump down. They are going to contest this. They're going to fight for this checkpoint. They don't want to give it up just yet. And they're going to continue rush this. And but there's a pretty good rotation so far. Gasich, though, does come alive right at the end there and gets the picks needed. And Gasich is alive and well and kicking, one could say, taking the robot. Gasich just taking the robot.
He's just taking it. He's just doing it for the rest of the team. The rest of the team is playing their own game, and Gas is like, okay, well, you guys are playing deathmatch. I will kill 3 and push the bot. All right, it'll be me. I will be the one. Very well played by him. Very quick, little 3K. Going for the ego duel onto Nelly. don't pretend I didn't see that. I did see that. However, good hold position coming through on the side of Imperial Breath. Their own overclock at the ready, however, do have a Winston and a beat on the other side, so we'll have to see how this goes.
Beat comes down. That's a huge beat. They're gonna beat on both sides, actually. Gonna keep both of them alive here. But that car is not moving anywhere. And oh, the Death Blossom gets cancelled by Arcane. And without any chance to regain the health from the Death Blossom, that is going to be catastrophic. But not if Fusion Finn has anything to say about it on keeping everybody else up and also getting a couple of picks along the side.
Ooh, they finally killed the raid boss. Sun is down. Sun is down. I repeat, Sun is down. Even though they did cancel the Death Blossom on the side of Swift. Very good comeback on the side of Budget Shock, and already coming up on, well, not quite a draw type situation, but definitely coming close to the distance pushed by Budget Shock.
We're going to go very early with this, though. And the Death Blossom from Allen's is just
not cancelled.
Not cancelled, exactly. And gets the pick, and this robot staying stationary, though.
Yeah, very well played by Budget Shock. Just a bit, or sorry, Imperial Breath. Getting this, getting the quick little Death Blossom, you know, not getting it to get to their heads. Arcane already 70%, or Fab also already 80% to a new beat. They pulled this up so fast. That's so impressive. However, Luno deciding to go for their own little Zarya. I think they prefer the comfort pick a little bit more. Oh, Nelly gets the pick on the Finn, though. That's not looking too positive.
Oh my goodness me, that is millimeters away. And the grab, though, on the robot, what are they going to do with that? Gasich is going to get a pick on Allen's. And they're going to be able to get this clean up. And there's enough time they actually managed to get the cap there as Coin with a couple of picks on the Kiriko. My goodness me.
Oh, wow. Nice. Very well played. So a little bit more of a push coming through. Imperial Breath looking like they have the upper hand on this map. However, Luno going for the Zarya pick here is very interesting, actually. I wonder what made him, what inspired him to pick up the Zarya.
Oh no, the overclock gets
yes.
taken down by Gasich. And that's exactly what you need. And that's going to cancel that. You can't get value out of the overclock if you're dead. And that's exactly what happened there. And Sun is going to the grave. Also, running into a room of death. That is a room full of budget shocks members.
Yeah. It is, however, I do need to say they did push it like a win amount of space on the side of Imperial Breath. This push is good enough to win a map. Not gonna lie, it's not 100%, but it's good enough to win a map. So we'll have to wait and see how big. Oh, budget shock will just crumble.
Oh, they just got absolutely rolled onto there with the absolute aggression from that really early Kasuni rush.
Yeah,
But,
and then you can
come
actually.
back.
Oh wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait, equal. 3-3. Imperial Breath, however, still have their Kitsune, their Kiriko up, and they still have their tank up, so they may be able to. Oh, well, maybe not.
Too soon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know anymore. Every time I try to say something, the opposite happens.
No, there's a Kasuni rush coming in from Fusion Fin this time on the side of budget shock, and that should just be enough to clean up this fight. Coin staying alive for very longer than they perhaps should have been able to there, really. But managed to do that.
Very nice. Well done. Well played by them. Grabs on either side. Death Blossoms coming through on either side. However, Budget Spitfire's got the Budget Shock. Budget Shock's got the clear ultimate advantage right now. And we'll have to see if they can be able to basically convert that into a point cap here. Big grab.
Oh, but that is a Fusion Fin getting taking down Allen's there, and Sun getting the grab of their own, and unable to survive the Death Blossom low. Swift coming back in clutch, and Gasitch is sat there with the overclocks ready to go, but Arcane stealing the robot.
Arcane stole the bot. What a hero. That is exactly the type of place that your Lucio needs to make to have big impact on this map, because look, 3 players alive on the side of Budget Shock right now, and almost all the members on the side of Imperial Breath are back. They are not able to get the cap for free here.
Oh, there comes the Reaper ult. Gets booped away though. Beautiful boot coming in from Fab to deny that Death Blossom, and here comes the overclock from above. And that robot is going though. That robot is on its way. Budget Shock will try and take the fight, but in the meantime, Imperial Raptors take the robot away from them, but they are going to lose their lives very quickly there, and progress is going to be hindered.
Yep, and that'll be the end of him. Okay, able to get this push in, that's good. But however, they did manage to get another fight in. They did manage to, you know, basically draw out another ultimate or two. Very crucially, the Gasitch overclock, not just any overclock, the Gasitch overclock, you know? So it's looking very positive on the side of Imperial Breath right now. Decent Kiriko ult coming through as well.
Yeah, very early on the Kiriko ult, just to go for aggressive, but here's the counter. Here's the counter coming through very soon, but there is the Death Blossom coming in too fast. And they're going to find themselves in the drink, and a move off the map as well. There's Fab just taking the quick way back, I think, in the end.
Ooh, now it's starting to look dangerous for Budget Shock. I mean, sure, they have the grab, they have the Kitsune rush when not on the side of Imperial Breath, but look how far they need to push it. Look how much space they're gonna get, and look how close they were. If they get this fight win, they still need one more fight win, and then they won the map. However, if okay, well, that's already looking very, very positive. But basically, Imperial Breath only needs to get one fight win here in order to win the map.
Yeah, they do, and they've been taken down here, but Alan's doing a great job just pestering people in the back line. And the TP onto the robot just to deny the progress here, but now that robot is going to be underneath the bridge and will be making its way round the corner and into that payload. You can see where the line has been drawn. That is the target, and the grab is going to deny the touch, but no. Arcane is able to get in over the top, but they're going to have to take this fight 4v5. And the grab is going to help them there, and it's going to help them incredibly when the Death Blossom comes in from Swift. It's just burr!
They did it. They actually did it. The Mad Lads did it. Oh, wow. Wow, what an end to a map. That is amazing. That just really went from every member is dead except for Gassage and Swift to Gassage and Swift killed everybody there. That is amazing. That is what you love to see. What a nice end to a map right there. Very, very cool. Anyway, that was it for me, at least. Thank you very much for having me, Heller. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me and giving us some good insight that I lack. But don't you worry, those of you that are watching. We are going to be going into Busan for a map 5 here, and Gravel clearly coming in for the non-control maps. Just not a fan of control.
I just absolutely despise control. I'm out of here.
To bring back 2 CP. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was here for, and there was no 2 CP. I'm disappointed. I'm out of here. Yes. Anyway, have a good one. Goodbye.
Well, cheers, Gravel. Cheers, Gravel. Say goodbye, everybody in chat. All right, let's get into this. We are going forward with more Overwatch, with more gameplay, and it is going to be a Busan. That is the map of choice for that content. Very rapid turnaround here, and both teams going to be calming themselves down after a very tight push map. Going into this last map, and it's 4-0 in favor of Budget Shock, and that is not a justly scoreline for this scrim. I have to say, Imperial Breath have been an astounding opponents to Budget Shock, and have played really well today, and have been really unlucky not to get a point on the board. They had a really strong showing in push as well, especially at the start as well, and just Gassage doing Gassage things. Swift with just the better death bottom. I don't know how you can do a better death bottom. You just press Q, but apparently that's what it took to close up the map there. Anyways, we are going to Mecha Base first, one of the tightest control points out of all of the control maps. And we do see a lot of Reinhardt play traditionally on this particular point, if Reinhardt is in the meta, but at the moment we're unlikely to see Reinhardt, but Sun teasing us here. We are being teased by Sun with a Reinhardt selected. And with the Reinhardt selected, we could be in for a treat here. With a bit of extra. But here we go. We wait to see what happens.
5, 4, 3.
And we push on. But yeah, we are going to get the Ryan from Sun, which is very exciting. We're going to see spam composition coming in from Budget Shop. We've seen that from them before on points like this, going up the left-hand side, and they're going to get these sight lines and getting a lot of value from up there. There's a lot of space there, and they actually had to slow down because of that. But a nice block denies the charge, actually takes down Sun, and now they're going to be able to get all the way in here, and Allens is going to get very low, gets taken down out of the fight as well. Coins is going to be soon to follow, and a beautiful early fight win there from the Budget Shop, but it's not all over yet. Sun just unable to find the value that I really want from the Rhine here, but we're going to see. The SR of the Scrim, that is a good question. I think it's Masters. I'm not sure whereabouts in Masters, but I think it's towards the mid to high Masters. But anyways, Imperial Breath going in with a charge. Sun getting a nice pin onto Leno, and they're going to be pushing themselves all the way up to the spawn doors here, getting it quite aggressive, and but gets boxed down by Arcane. And Swift, though, doing a good job. Taking control. There is a nice pick by Allens on the back line, chasing down Fab on the Baptiste as well. Controlling controlling very, very well here, this back line, but it is still Budget Shock that take the damage lead and just get more value. Just get a little bit more value, a little bit more damage, and get a couple of picks, and then the fight is all theirs and already up to 43%. One thing to say though, in favour of Imperial Breath, is they did actually cap a point during that fight, and they were able to get 24% on the board. So they're not coming into this completely behind, and they're going to have to play very aggressive here to be able to get onto these. And another double fire strike is a good place to start. The slam will be ready to come down at any moment. There it is. It gets blocked up straight away though. There's the pin coming through onto Fab. And that is a very aggressive play here, but the flip side of that, Flux takes down Arcane, but it's not going to be enough to save Budget Shock there, and Imperial Breath are going to take control of the point for the second time of the game. They're going to be aggressive, going up nice and aggressive here, and they're going to take down the Sojin of Gasich there as well. There's no slide to escape there, and gets caught out, and that's going to be a nice late pick, and going to get a nice stagger there. Which is going to buy them a little bit more time, try and tie this percentage up. The swap onto the Diva is massive, and already going to come down to this left right hand side. Sun already there, waiting for the Moonrise to be able to swap it out of the sky, and that is exactly what they're trying to do with this Diva. And they're going to have to place it in the corner with the support here. A lot of old cards are coming online all at once here. It's a very typical Overwatch 1 moment, and Sun is just getting deleted off the map, and it is the Sun that's unable to shine brightly today, finding themselves in the water out to the sunset, and that is why Busan is now in the dark as Budget Shock control this high ground. They control the space, and Arcane just gets absolutely deleted from existence there. The point is getting capped here by Allens, but it's not going to last too long with very little support and some just all-round perfect defensive play here from Budget Shock to deny any sign of a cap.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
We're going in to Shrine on our second point of Busan. I hit the wrong button. And we are going to see some different compositions here. Maybe not so much from Budget Shock. They were playing that long range spam composition that was very, very strong on this particular point of Busan. So expect to see more of that from them here. But on the flip side, though, I don't think this Rhine Rust composition from Imperial Breath is going to have the same amount of value on this point as it did on the previous point. There is too much ground to cover to get to this sort of spam position wherever they decide to set up. It's going to be hard for them to get to it, and as you can see, those swaps are coming in already, switching over to that Winston, trying to go for that rush. And I think that is going to be a strong compositional choice to take down this sort of long-range pokey spam composition that we have from Budget Shock. And it's going to help them get towards that point on the board, but they still need to play it right. They still need to be coordinated, and they still need to hit their targets on the dives as well, making sure that Sun doesn't get taken down too early either. But needless to say, it's not going to be long before we find out how these teams play out their compositions on this point, which sides, which rotations we're going to see, and what side of Shock are going to turn up, what type of Gasich is going to turn up. We don't know just yet, but what we do know is we're going to be going into a pause right now, and we're going to go back to the static animation screen that doesn't animate, and I don't know why. Needless to say, McLonglong redeems Telejoke. McLonglong, it's great to see you in chat once again. It's been a long time. But there we go. Telejoke, what kind of joke? Because I'll tell a joke after this this fight. I'll tell a joke after this fight, but gives me a chance to think of one, eh? But speaking of a joking matter, and that is how fast Budget Shock are going to be able to get that first cap clean up. Not even a fight taking place just yet, but rotations have been taken by Imperial Breath. They are going to be coming in from the opposite side to their spawn doors here, and they're going to go in very aggressive here on the backline. Sun getting in very close and personal with a Discord Orb on them as well, and the damage is coming in from Budget Shock, and they're just going to get cleaned out now without their Winston to take a lot of that damage. Beautiful play coming through.
Hey. Hello.
Gonna take a off angle here on the left hand side is Swift. Gonna try and get some space, gather some resources a little bit here. Be unable to do so on their own, but here comes Sun straight in on the back line here. Lanao gets taken very low, but is saved by the Immortality Field. Really well played by the support of Budget Shock here, but Gasic gets a click onto Narilia, and that is going to be enough damage for them. Sundo taking down the Ash here, and that's going to keep things even, and both down 1 DPS here, but that Discord Orb onto Sun is really hindering their progress in getting damage, and another Emo Field is going to keep another player alive. Really well played here, and now the Flux coming through. Leno just getting a 3k off the back of it as well. A beautiful play from them, and we're going to see 4 more ultimates online for Budget Shock ready to use. They did give up the point in that fight though, and that's another 34% going in favor of Imperial Breath, and they don't have nothing themselves. They are going to have a Primal, they are going to have a Beat, and maybe they might get some value from the Surgeon in this next fight as well, and get that overclock as well, which they're going to need to really balance this out. They're a bit behind in the ultimate economy at the moment, and in the objective as well. So trying to find this space, try not to take too long to rotate around here, but in the process of this time, Niruria was getting some value, but not for long, as Fusion Fin taking that down and out of the fight, and it's just going to be a Bob on point as well, just to help control out the point. 99% on the board. Primal is there, Beat is there as well, but so much damage coming through with that Discord Orb as well. Gasic is absolutely cleaning out on the high ground there with the Q ability. Unbelievable. The railgun. Jeez.
Score 2-0. Ready for battle.
Clear heads.
We find ourselves to go into the third point. Obviously, for those of you that aren't aware, but this is a scrim, so we play all 3 points regardless. That's also why you'll see a bunch of other stats on the screen as well. It's part of the scrim code that we use, or the teams use to practice and for coaching purposes. And just learning where you're making mistakes, where you're losing fights, and being able to go and push forward. I do believe it's a CETA OW code, in case you are interested in finding it yourself and using it in your scrims at home. Coin taking the Kiriko this time around. We haven't seen too much of them on the Kiriko, but when we have seen them on the Kiriko, we've seen how deadly they can be. They have been playing back very, very well today as well, and there's been times where Arcane and Coin have sort of taken a fight by themselves, which is pretty impressive for supports in the current state of the game. However, we are going to see a bit of a variation in the DPS lineups at the moment for the two teams. varying for different sort of types of Winston dive here. But yeah, I think the Genji's strong, but I just think the Surgeon is just so good at the moment, especially in the hands of someone like Gasic, who's literally just got 9-10k in this scrim already. Speaking of competitive Overwatch beyond the scrims and what these teams are practicing for, well, there's a tournament this very weekend, Saturday and Sunday. For more information, press exclamation mark tournament in chat. There is a $100 prize pool on the line, and it's an open SR tournament. Anybody can sign up to that tournament and participate. There is a maximum of 16 teams allowed, and there's still plenty of space at the moment. There is a few teams signed up already, and we're looking to get up to that 16 mark. And the more we get signed up to these tournaments, the more we will be able to give as prize pool in future tournaments, and the more tournaments we'll be able to do going forward as well. We aim to do one once a month, but yeah, it's going to be down to you to participate in them, to really make them what we believe that they can be. Speaking of tournaments, we're having a bit of a brawl out on point to see who's going to win this particular fight. Sun with that first pick, actually, going to be huge, and Allen's as well on this Reaper, getting so much damage, is able to just lead round, but actually it's going to be Shock coming back into it. The no comes back and does take down Allen's, and without the Reaper, your main source of damage in those sort of close quarters fights is back in spawn. You just have to reset. And they do gap the point, and Gasic again just showing you the power of Surgeon in the right hands. Gonna find ourselves rotating left hand side here. There's a nice grab onto the back line. Here comes the Kasuni rush coming through on the side of both teams, but which is going to get the better value of it at the moment? It does look like it is going to be Budget Shock coming through with a primal as well, but they have lost Fab, and they are going to just back all the way out here and actually give that point control back over to Imperial Breath. And some good aggression. Gasic takes down Neruli already. Here comes the aggression, but Allen's with a 4K Blossom off the top rope. Unbelievable play by this particular gamer, and that is going to be a solid fight win. There is aggression coming through. Reaper in the corner with Lanao. Allen's going to get the fight win on there. Allen's just on fire so far. We got Creed in chat and what's popping. Everything is popping, Creed. Now you're here. Budget Shock doing a good job in this scrim. 4-2-0 to them so far. But Imperial Breath are, you know, they deserve this point. They played so well today. They deserve this point. They've been unlucky not to get a point on the board. The aggression coming in by all of the players now onto these backline supports, but it's Swift this time that comes down with the blossom. It's not as big, but it's going to be big enough for Budget Shock to take this fight win. And Sun is going to take down Gasic, but it's not going to be enough to flip this fight on its head. As now the teams are preparing for that final fight on the point here, and the Kasuni Rush comes in early, meets a beat by Budget Shock. But what else is going to come down? There's a primal coming through, but that's not going to get a boop of the table. But it is going to get a boop off of the point, and they're not going to be able to take control and get the touch in. And that's going to be a solid fight win coming through. A beautiful play. You can see we're in orange today because budget shock playing. But yeah, it's a pretty all-round strong performance from Budget Shock today. Cloud9 is a professional organization. Yes, it is. Budget Shock, unable to grab the point. Anyway, that is going to conclude our scrim today. I hope you've enjoyed the content. I'm going to be sticking around just in case anybody from Budget Shock comes for an interview. That would be great. We'd love to have you in the interview room. McLonglong is asking where your joke is. That is a fair question. Your fair question. Right. Do we want a long joke or do we want like a short, snappy joke? Like, what's chat feeling? What's chat feeling? Do we want like a one-liner, a dad joke, or are we wanting like a proper like well-spoken sort of type of, you know? I'll let you tell me in chat. The lag is unbelievable. I don't know what's going on with my PC today. It's just really slow, struggling. That might do it. It might have been RAM. Too many tabs open. Imperial Breath do have a very nice logo, by the way. I have received it, but anyway, we are going to get Swiffle in into the room. Right. Okay. So. I'll drag Swiffle in, and then I'll tell the joke. Hi Swiffle, thanks for joining us. You've joined just in time for me to tell a joke.
Oh really? Go on, say it.
Yeah, it's been redeemed in chat, I'm afraid.
What?
But I need a willing volunteer, and you just happen to be here. So, what is grey and can't climb trees?
Gorillas?
No, a car park.
Okay. That's yes. That is a joke, yes.
Oh. Yes, oh, they've been redeemed another one. Oh no. Right, okay, so there's this American businessman, and anyway, he's not the most faithful of husbands, unfortunately. But in one particular instance, he was over in Italy, and he met this Italian woman, and you know, one thing led to another. Anyways, he went back home to his wife. And you know, everything was fine until about 3 months later, went back over to Italy and met up with the same same woman as before. Problem was, she'd fallen pregnant, and they didn't know what to do, and she was panicking because she couldn't afford for the child, and it was already too late to be able to get, you know, like an abortion. So he said, "Oh, don't worry. I'll go back to the States, and when the baby's born, just send me a postcard with the word spaghetti on it, and I'll know that means that the baby has been born, and then I'll start sending you money until it turns 18. And she calmed down and was like, okay, thank you. And anyway, he went back home, and about 6 months later, he comes home from work, and his wife says, "You've received this really strange postcard." And he picked up the postcard, read it, and fainted. The postcard read, "Spaghetti, 2 with meatballs, 1 without, send extra sauce."
I see. That is.
There we go.
That is an amazing story. Thank you for telling me.
That was a joke.
Oh. Oh, right. I just got it now. Okay. It took a while.
Anyway, Swiffle, well played by Budget Shock today. What is your in-game tag so I can?
It's Swift.
Swift. Oh yes, yeah, of course, yeah. The OP Reaper. I got it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyways, yeah, really well played today. What was
Thank
comms
you.
like when Gasitch was just cleaning up on what was it? The new payload map. Circuit
Colosseum?
Royale. No,
So Circuit Royale. I don't actually remember. I forgot. But I know we were celebrating because yay, we win. It's very, very cool. Yeah, it was a good scrim. We got rolled like the past two of our scrims, so it was pretty good to have a big ego booster once in a while, you know. I didn't think I did too hot this scrim, but we take these, you know.
Yeah, that's what you need, especially leading into these tournaments this weekend, which obviously Budget Shock are signed up to. I'm sure. Is that correct?
I am not sure. You'd have to ask Finn, and yeah.
Are you going to get signed up? Absolutely. It wouldn't be a tournament without an A51 team in it, and at the moment we don't have an A51 team in it, so you got to rep the org.
Yeah, true. We'll win for you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
We sign up, of course.
There's $100 on the line, so it's worth it.
Oh, okay. I'm convincing Finn then.
Absolutely. If you haven't signed up, make sure you do sign up. It would be absolute blast to have everyone in there. We've got a maximum of 16 teams. It'll be over the weekend like we do normally on our one hits. So it'd be really cool to have some more A51 teams in there. I know I can see some else of you in chat there, Creed. I saw you sneaking in there as well, and I can see a lot of Budget Shock in there as well. But Magic as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Come on, let's get more teams in. Let's get more A51 teams in. Let's increase our chances of an A51 winning, you know.
So, considering Alpha Centauri disbanded, does this make Budget Shock better than them now?
Oh, that is a question for someone from probably Creed. Yeah, that's a question for Creed. Yeah, you go.
L.
Yes, $100 tournaments. That's a good point. It's $100, but it's split over the first 3 places as well. It's not like one player, one team that wins it gets it all. It's
I see.
staggered down. I think it's 50, 30, 20. First, second, third.
That would make sense. Yes. That'd be.
So just increasing
Easy.
the chances of winning something.
Easy $50.
Yeah, split. I mean, obviously split between the teams, so it'd be split 5 ways. But it'd be really cool to have everyone sign up on that as well. Anyway, more importantly, as the Reaper today, you did a lot of shooting tanks and trying to flank and get some picks on the backline as well from time to time. Who was the hardest player to sort of play against? Who was causing you the most annoyance today from Breath?
I would say probably it would be between their Kiriko and Lucio. But I'd say probably more the Kiriko because her TP is just so annoying, and like you think you're about to kill her 1 second, and then she just disappears into thin air, and then she's just gone. You know?
Yeah. So would you say Coin on the Kiriko today played really well and was just a bit difficult? Yeah. I have to say, even on the back as well, they're having a really good game. And that time where they managed to win that fight, just the two of them, the two supports on Circuit Royale, on seconds on their attack, coming in with the trans.
Oh yes, I
back.
remember. That was a tragedy for us.
That was so well played by them as well, though.
Made us almost cry, you know? Made me almost cry. That moment we thought we were gonna win, and then they just wipe us. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. They played well. Good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you were to give an MVP for the whole of the tournament, not the tournament, the whole of the scrim, you can pick anybody apart from yourself.
Oh, god
Who would
damn
it
I would say probably. I think Finn did really good today. I think he did well on his call-outs, and his fight planning was pretty good. Lunove also did really good as well. I don't know, it'd be a tough choice between them two. But I think for me it leans more into Finn, since he's just very epic, you know? I don't know what to say.
He is a strong performer, was Finn, and did get some nice headshots as well. But it's good to hear that you're praising Finn on call-outs as well as just their individual play, but also their team play as well, which is really good to hear. And we love to hear that kind of thing from A51 teams as well. But Fab furious that they weren't even in contention there.
Well, listen, Fab, I love you, man, but I'm still salty about that Midtown game today. So I'm still salty about that. So I'm sorry, man. Maybe another day.
Absolutely, and you had some nice picks on Widow as well, as when you took on the Widow on Casino Royale. So it was nice to see a bit of variation from you as well.
Played so bad on Circuit Royale's Widow. I was getting 0 value almost. But yeah, I guess there were some good moments. But usually I play better than what I did there. I was dying on cooldown that game and was not expecting like really obvious angles from their enemy Widow. But yeah, if it was any other day, I think I'd do even better.
Yeah, I mean, you did pretty well. I mean, both Widows did very well today. Anyway, one last question, Swiffle. Could you do me a huge favor?
Yeah, go on. What is the favor?
Can you just tell chat how much A51 loves them for being here, and how much we would really love some support in our production and casting department at the moment, so we can do more of this.
Yes, chat, listen up. A51, a very cool org. Been with them for the past 1.5 years. Very cool people in there, and they love you. Please join and become a caster, because I think there's like a shortage or something. I don't know. Yeah, we love you. Come here. We love you even more if you come here. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Yes, absolutely. And I'll be back producing again on Wednesday, so we'll definitely have a cast on Wednesday. We're trying to fill out our producers, trying to fill in some of the other days going forward. We will be live all weekend with the tournament, so do make sure that you remember to tune into that. Make sure you're followed with the notifications turned on so that you don't miss that one. And we just love the community that we've built all together here. This is way bigger than I've ever dreamed of when I made a team. Literally, when I made a team, and we ended up with an org with just so many passionate people, compassionate as well as passionate. And it's just really, really cool.
There's been some really iconic teams over the time, which are now gone. Rest in peace. But
absolutely, Young Attack, Alpha Centauri,
Proxima
Combat
Centauri.
Wombat, Proxima Centauri. Oh, the Proxima Centauri's logo was just like chef's kiss. I loved it. The OGs as well. We've got to go back to the pack teams. Pack. Oh.
Plat
Were
Pack,
you here when they were there? Were you here when they were still about?
I was on Empire back then when that existed.
Oh yeah, Empire. Oh, that was a team as well. Oh, we've lost so many. Sad. We lost a lot. We've lost a lot, but we've also gained a lot, you know. So there we are.
Yeah, me and Fab were both on Proxima Centauri. In my opinion, it was the best team I've ever been on. So it'd be very hard to top that team.
Is that Jessai as well on that team?
Jessai was the manager, but the players was Initial, Krabby, me, Upriser, Fab, and Circles was the team.
Oh, solid lineup that is.
Yeah, I missed them. Luckily, I still play with Fab on Budget Shock, which is very, very, very cool. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see Budget Shock still around. You'll notice that the stream is gone orange in honor of Budget Shock today. So
nice, epic.
So we're flying the orange of Budget Shock there. The color's a little bit off, but I did it fast. I didn't actually use the right code, but yeah. I mean, this is a cool new thing, by the way, that I've been working on my own time. So if anybody would like to change the color to any other color now, just give me a color in chat and I'll change the color. It has to be like a bright color, vibrant color. So don't pick black, please.
Do red.
Oh, you want red?
Yeah.
Swivel in there with the red. Okay.
Let's
you
see
ready?
this. Yeah.
Boom.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
There you go. We are now red.
Oh, there we go. Damn.
Yeah.
That's a nice shade of red. Very cool.
You weren't specific, so. But yeah, it's a new thing I've been playing about with and testing. So, basically, it took me a while, and I want to show it off. But yeah, we've got new stuff coming as well in terms of the production quality as well that I've been working on in the background. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for coming in for a post-match interview. It's always good to hear from the teams and stuff afterwards, and it's also good to see the chat so active after a scrim with so many of you, and absolutely Jessrel reminding us that there is the sign-up link for the tournament for you Budget Shock. If you should be signing up to represent A51 because Alpha Centauri's not there to go 0-2 for us.
Yeah. I mean, we're better than Alpha Centauri anyway, you know? We'd win. We'd win. Easy claps.
Absolutely. So you can go 1-2 maybe.
Whoa, nah! we go all the way.
All the way? Oh, absolutely. I would love to see that. I'd love to be seeing an A51 team winning it. That would be absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Let's do it.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Appreciate it greatly.
Absolutely. And do you have anything to say to the viewers before you head off?
I want to say that Creed is cupping hard in the chat and that he has not realized that budget has always been better, and so has Proxima. He needs to accept those facts.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh dear, Creed. What are you going to say to that? But yeah. Huge copium. Who is your dealer, Swift? Oh dear. My goodness me. But I'm still not financially recovered from that. What was that in response to, General? But anyways, thank you all for stopping by the stream. Thank you all for making Monday night just so much better with all of you here. And again, I'm going to say thanks to Gravel, even though they're not here right now, for their work previously. So during the scrim, and we will see you all at the minimum on Wednesday. We'll see what happens on Tuesday, but we are trying to, as a staff team, just really pull it together with who we have got. Obviously, due to real life, a couple of our kind of heavyweight producers have been taking a step back, so we haven't really kind of rebuilt the new producers to replace them just yet. We really want to, and if you're interested in becoming a producer, then do shoot myself or Spag a message, and we will be able to get back to the days where we stream 7 days a week. We've done it in the past, we will do it again in the future, and that is a promise from me. And we're going to do it sustainably as well. We're not going to burn out with myself doing it 7 days a week, for example. We're going to do it in a way where everyone gets the level that they can do and they can commit, and literally anything is beneficial. But anyway, that's enough from me in terms of talk, in terms of heart to hearts. But yeah, I really love this community, and I want to see it blossom and grow even more. So until next time, I'll see you all very soon.